Hello and welcome to another kick-ass episode of Battle for Middle-earth 2, Two Towers Are Not Enough. And in this one we have what was pretty close to an 8-player free-for-all, but we decided to go 7 with a medium, because we're on Rise of the Witch King, and we all suck against mediums. Actually, no, we all suck against brutals. Battle for Middle-earth 2, we could be able to probably fare pretty well against a brutal, but on this version, as we all know now, brutals and hards are a little bit out of our reach, so we're settling for a medium. So we all decided to go random. So I started off here as dwarves, and I thought to myself, you know what? I don't even know who's to the right of me here, so I'm just going to rush them and see what the hell happens. A little bit difficult to do the rushing nowadays because Guardians are 300 and not 250. And Gloiny Boy is not 1,100, he is 1,600, so you're already losing a bit of cash right there. Little did I know, the bloody medium was right here, so, and they're already starting to produce fucking cavalry straight away, and obviously that is not good if you're just making Guardians. So yes, you can see how this is going for my game already. Over here, we've got Aria's Gobos. I think this is probably one of the first few times that Harry's actually been Goblin, so this is probably a bit of an exploration for him. I like this hero here because he is so tiny and so small, you wouldn't think he was a hero, so you can't really see him on the battlefield at all. That's a really nifty idea. What can he do? Brigandage. Azog and nearby goblins loot enemy kills for resources. That's cool. Azog gains 100% damage. Crack the whip gives goblins and half-troll spider riders excellent experience. It's pretty basic. I wonder if he's 1100. It's not doing too bad. Alright. So Harry's over here. He's getting stuck into the medium. And here we have Dev, Big Dev. He's got his this here. He's producing the right kind of troops. I like this as well, creating the bats. That's good. He's going over here. He's getting the creeps. This is good play. Vaz up here, customary elves. Look at him swiveling his little barracks around like a pro. God, Vaz playing like he's never played this before. Sure you haven't, Vaz. Sure you haven't. Right, so he's got the inn. This is good play. And I wonder what he's thinking. Lewis, over here. Okay, Lewis has already spunked money on Grima Wormtongue, when I know for a fact Lewis is not entirely sure how to play as Grima Wormtongue. Too much money on these barracks here. Just 1 or 2 is enough. Oh, he's doing alright. He's doing alright. He just needs these guys. Now, this is a good idea to have the tower line up against here. This is a very good idea against elves, definitely. No, though. Oh, you're going to lose him. You're going to lose him. He's going to go. And that's him gone. Right, I can already see Lewis's problems right from the get-go here. Money wasted on these 2 barracks and Grima Wormtongue, so that's not good. There's a big gulf here, isn't there? Big gulf here. And here we got Carl. He's got this. He knows exactly what's going on around him. Carl, this is not his first rodeo. He is not mucking about. Now, this time around, I don't believe... I think those days of you going around with shitloads of cave trolls, Carl, are numbered, with the command points at 60. So that is not happening. So Carl can see everything, as can Jackson. I know Jackson's not enamored with Isengard. I know you don't like Isengard too much, but to be fair, I have seen Jackson play more than competent with this faction. More than happy. Right, so I'm already under the shitstorm because I'm getting attacked by both the medium and Jackson on the other side. And Jackson over here, and he is doing his best. He's going to try and put me out. Now let's see how much damage this does, because I think, yeah, if that was Battle for Middle-earth 2 version, Jackson, I think, was it 3 or 4 hits? Probably 4 hits, I think, would be enough. And I am very slow to figure out what is going on here. What is that, like the 8th or 9th hit? So, yeah, good play. Yeah, good play from Jackson there. Tried to do a little bit of a sneaky. A little bit robbed there, I think. A little bit robbed. Bit unlucky there, I think. And Jackson is over here, but I think if I didn't have to deal with these guys over here, and me being dwarves up against these guys, I would fancy myself, to be fair. I would fancy myself to put Jackson out here if he's coming at me with just Wildman. But I don't know, like you need like a couple of platoons here just piddling about, don't you? Getting chopped down here, but Jackson's playing it right. He's just going around making sure that he doesn't give me any sort of opportunity to be able to get big in this game at all. So this is a good idea. Medium keeps on going, solidifying its position. I'll tell you what, Harry, you could have done me a favour if you'd actually gone down and taken these fuckers out. I'll tell you that right now. So Harry's almost playing like he's the computer. Look at this, like perfect circular motion right here. Alright, fair enough. Him and Dev having a spat. Dev does not want this tunnel here. Dev is thinking to himself, fuck off, son! You can get the fuck out of here with your tunnel! And fair enough. I wonder what the difference is. Alright, so we got the Wildman, 150. That is bloody cheap, isn't it? And then Wildman axe throws, 250. Right, so I assume they're basically the shitty swordsmen, these ones, and the shitty archers. Right. And I would assume this would be Harry's here. Harry is playing well here. He's got the right kind of guys here. He needs a bit of reinforcements. Need to bring them in. There we go, son. There we go. Right, and over here, it looks like Dev is sort of attacking on two fronts here. You have to be a bit careful there, Dev, because sometimes when you attack on two fronts and you don't win on one of them, they tend to come back and bite you in the ass. Lewis assaulting Vaz over here, and Vaz is struggling as well because well, he's getting attacked on two fronts. But the good thing is everybody is attacking here. Even the medium is attacking Harry on this side. Harry's prepared for it over here, but everyone seems to be getting stuck in, so this is brilliant play. Everyone except for Carl here, but I think Jackson was mentioning over Discord that perhaps I said something about him attacking me. But I don't think Carl needed any such thing. Oh, Jackson. Oh, Jackson. Tell me it ain't so. Come on, son. This is rookie play. I'll tell you what, Carl is having a pina colada here. He didn't have to try at all. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be shitting me. Well, bloody hell. Well, Jackson went noob. He went full on noob in this one, that is for sure. Carl has never ever taken down a fortress so easily in all of his life. Carl probably wandered into this base and probably thought to himself, huh, where is all the troops? I'm expecting a PowerPoint to come out and get me. Maybe a little sneaky dragon or something. No. And meanwhile, me on this side, I can't see fuck all anyway, because I've got these guys. I tell you what, the computer, all they do is just chop your damn resources. They chop you and chop you for resources. That's all they do. Right, Dev's sort of called it quits a little bit over here, but he's got the wargs out. He's got some cav. That's good. And Dev's sort of like halted the attack a little bit. He's got an interesting tower formation as well, but he can't see everything because of the murder of crows. I think some towers along here, Dev, and probably like some towers along here, like a bit of this like sort of stretch I think would be good. Baz has got the right idea. He's got some good troops. Seems to be a bit of a lull in the fighting here. Bit of a lull. Okay. Now I don't know what's happened to Carl's force here, because I thought, I don't know. You've almost done the you've done the hard bit already, Carl. I'm surprised that you haven't finished him off. I'm sorry. I don't know. I must have left it there for a second. Where are where are these troops? Get in there, son. Get in there. Right, and this is the only thing, and I don't think he has a... No, he does have a builder. He does have a builder. Now, I was so weak that I didn't want to provoke someone if I didn't know what was going on. But I parked my Men of Dale right outside his barracks, so I thought to myself, if he's making a barracks on this side, I could sort of get the impression that Carl was attacking, but I didn't know how successful that attack was going. And Jackson is desperate. He is desperate over here. He's doing his best to try and like stay in this game, and these guys are gonna basically tickle the cave troll, and it's not having any of it. So if he produces any troops coming out of here, they're going to be quickly annihilated. Saving Private Ryan, MG42 machine gun on Normandy Beach Star. Okay, so we've got another wave of troops coming over here. How lovely. What's going on over here? Right. Oh, he's bringing out the big guns now. He's bringing out his cave trolls. Now, Harry, this is the thing. Just like you saw a bit earlier with old Carlo, you need to turn them to close range attack, and then just send them straight in here, and they'll start shoulder barging the fortress, just like you saw before. So, oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh god, yeah, go on, son, go on, my son, go on. He's going straight for it. Don't go for these, don't worry about it. Oh, the pikeys have come out at the right time. Is Dev going to be... No, they're not doing the right thing. Oh, Dev might get saved. He might get saved. Oh, the cave trolls are taking a lot of damage. He came out with the pikeys at the right damn time. And Harry is very unlucky here not to have done more damage. This is very unlucky. Unlucky, Harry. Unlucky. Maybe I suggest a little diversion here, and then go in over there. Something like that. That would be a good idea. Right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's coming out with it now. He's coming out with it. And this is what happens when you do not put pikeys in front of your siege. Now, he's not got Witch King, but as you can see here, like these guys, to be fair, the ballista does quite a bit of damage. Archers do almost no damage. That's good. That's good. Carl's picking his nose here. It would have helped me a little bit if he'd actually done something here. And this front over here is almost completely collapsing again. They got trebuchets coming in here. And I can't really push out too much because I don't really have enough to get rid of or unseat Jackson here because I'm just too crippled. But Carl has a very, very nice sized force. I think Lewis, you have to be using this and seeing how, like, what's happening here. Like, Carl is not at his base, and he's bringing out these fuckers. I think it's almost taken too long. Now, I don't see any pikeys at all. Wargs, wargs, wargs. Where are the wargs? Wargs need to be trampling this fucker. Now, they do good damage. He's almost got destroyed that end. This is the way. Watch your footing. He's taking him out bit by bit. Lewis is taking his time. He's playing the long game. He's playing the long game with him. Just be very careful. These archers are doing almost no damage whatsoever. And if you had some wargs over here, or maybe Saruman, you could take care of all of these troops. Little recommendation, don't have only archers, Baz. As you can see here, you can't do anything against these guys. You got the troops, but not necessarily anything else. And look, Jackson is desperate. He is desperate as fuck now. He knows he needs to try and push towards me in order to get this territory here, but I'm not having any of it. And I think now Carl is now putting him to the sword. I'm trying to get some sort of tower here, but I really just can't. And I'm sort of more worried about what's going on up here rather than anywhere else. There's a great battle going on here between the two of them. He wants to get his cavalry out, Vaz. He wants his cavalry out. There's plenty of siege. There's plenty of siege. I would have had some archers in here, maybe one or two more, a couple of pikeys or something like that, and then just used all of these, and then just launched an attack on this right here. Parked them about there, and then just took your shots. You can't let the people next to you just, if the moment they wander out of their base, you need to punish them for it. Yep, it's all kicking off now. Yep, they're really coming in, and the medium is really going in for me now. Yeah, it's not looking good. I see what's going on here, and I do a meteor shout on Carl to try and get some sort of like assault on. It does a little bit of work, but not too much. Let's see what's going on here. He's taking a lot of damage. He's taken a lot of damage. It's very difficult for Lewis now to be able to put his pikeys in front of the ballistas, simply because these archers are just running them down. Oh, he's got to do it. He's got to do it. Just quick on here. Right click, right click, right click, right click. Here we go. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. Vaz's fortress is down. And there's an assault going on here. Back and forth. And Harry's fortress here has taken a bit of damage. And Dev seems to be turning the tide a little bit here, I think. I'm not sure if Harry knows what kind of units to be able to produce. Random trebuchets assaulting him from the south, and meanwhile the medium has just completely overrun me. Look at all of these forces here. This is ridiculous. And Carl over here, so it is good night for me. Yeah, I don't think Carl needed any assistance over here. But this is where, Lewis, I think you need to be sort of using your Palantir to be able to see if Carl is not at his base, where is he, and why is he over there? What's happening? Right. Dev, twisting the knife in Harry's back. He's got his ballista over here. I'd like to see this Lutz closer in over here, Dev, because he's giving everybody plus 33% damage and 33% armor. So have him about here. And then you'll see all of these guys glowing yellow, and they'll be able to kick a lot more ass. Yeah, but Harry's not giving up just yet. He's not giving up. He's determined to make a fight of it. He's doing well. But he might just be a little bit... well, he might not have the right kind of troops to be able to deal with it, I think, on this occasion. Oh, the zapper's been done. What did he get there? He got some Mirkwoods, I think. Right, and I am out of the game, as is Jackson. And it looks like Carl is moving up northward. Sort of. I don't know where the medium... who is the new target for the medium? God only knows. Harry has lost his fortress. He's got to deal with these ballistas. In this version, boys, remember your ballistas and your siege do not level up. So they don't do that much damage. Alright, Pikey's going in. Again, I think if it was wargs, you could trample over all of these guys and you'd have a lot more of an impact. Or even Saruman, like taking care of all of these guys. And they got upgraders as well. Guys, if these troops are about to be destroyed, don't bother upgrading them, because it costs a fortune. Right. And here's Vaz over here. Vaz is not letting Lewis have it all his own way. He's not having it. Carl is continuing on this side. Bloody hell, Carl must have a lot of command points. Vaz 216 out of 400. Harry 176 400. Carl 951 out of 1000. Dev 388. Yeah, so basically Carl has more than everybody combined almost. So yeah, that's well played from Carl. Oh God, these guys are just getting mowed down every time they come close. Yeah, don't upgrade them if they're gonna die. Don't upgrade them if they're gonna die. I cannot stress that enough. It's a waste of money. You upgrade them when they're over here, when there's about 5 or 6 platoons of them, all together with Lurtz and Saruman, then you go in. If you do them one by one, this is what happens. Baz will just pick you off bit by bit. Look at that, level 2. These guys are all getting eye level. And the medium looks like it's ganging up here on Harry. And Harry's going to be put out. Now it looks like a pretty good battle that was going on between Dev and Harry there. And Harry's out the game. Ooh, what happened here? And Carl is experiencing some troubles here. And remember, they have the rebuild in this version, old men. And the medium is used, look at this, 5 bloody mountain giants. And they're all getting smoked. The medium used Army of the Dead to save itself from Carl's attack and won. That is a medium, folks. A medium. How good is that? That's brilliant. Well, probably not if you were up against a brutal or something like that, I guess. Right. So over here, it looks like, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, Lewis, I think you can. What can you see here? Right, Baz can't really see much. Carl can see pretty much everything here, so he's doing all right. Dev, right, Lewis, he can see here. Right, he can see he's got no fortress. And he's got nothing over here, and he's just got some little units here. You could probably keep some units here just to make sure, but Vaz definitely does not have enough to be able to breach your defenses here. It does not. He does not have enough. So I would probably concentrate on the other guy who's over here. Like maybe some towers along here or something like that. Because this too often happens. Is basically you get into an attack on one side, and then the person on the other side has already won his battle. Then he goes after you when you're not ready. Oh, and it's good play. And this is what cavalry is there for. To trample fools over here. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And it looks like Dev is embroiled in a battle with the medium over here. Lost their fortress. They must have some. Do they not have any? Oh yeah, they do have a builder. So yep, I think Carl was. Oh, fiddle me sideways. I did. Yeah. Dev, sorry about that. I remember that in the game. Whilst all of this kerfuffle was going on, Carl attacking the medium over here. Dev, for some strange reason, a genius if anything, sent just one lone battering ram, and this fortress that was on the tiniest bit of red of health left, and all of these archers and whatnot were trying to shoot it down, and they've just sent the little like battering ram in and went boop, and that was it. One hit, that was it, gone, and then the battering ram was killed afterwards. It was the best bit of play I've ever seen. Completely random. He must have done Palantir to be able to see it. I have no idea. But yes, sorry about that, Dev. I didn't get that into the game. Right. Oh god, these guys are going to get absolutely mullered by all these archers. Oh, wargs. Why not wargs? Why not cavalry? Vaz is the only one who believes in cavalry. And Carl is really taking the mick now. He's just producing a shitload of random troops, solidifying his position all over the place. He's got loads and loads of shit. And this, when you get someone who's in this sort of like position, it is almost impossible to be able to root them out unless it's going to be a game that's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour or longer. So, yeah. But I think Lewis was committed here to being able to take out Baz, and I don't think he was going to go any other way. But I think it's almost as if Baz and Lewis kind of needed to be separate, I think, doing their own thing. But I think this is also a good opportunity for you here, Dev, as well. Because you're under attack by the medium, but they're not really throwing the kitchen sink at you. This is where you got to use the geography as best as you possibly can. So, for example, Lewis here is doing his towers here, and then he can sometimes do towers, what we call the diagonal here. Carl is not bothering to do that because no one's bothering to attack him. But he's going around here. Carl wants revenge on this medium. He wants to put the medium out. And to be fair, the medium is actually sending some troops over here. But anyway. Yes. I'd like to see some towers here, I think, Dev, just to make absolutely sure. Yeah, Lewis is moving in, and Vaz is being put into a corner. Interesting play there, Vaz. I think it was difficult. When Lewis put the towers up, that almost forced you to have to completely change the way you played. I think Lewis played it very well with how to deal with Ents and how to deal with elves. I think Lewis just needed more time to be able to deal with it and then go the other way. Right. Producing now, Billy Berserkers. Have we got to a point in the game where Berserkers do not work? That is the question. That is the question. Right, Dev over here. He's starting to put the towers up. Bit late, but he's putting the towers up. That was helpful. Alright. Right. Carl's moving in now. He is moving in. I wonder how much damage these guys do. How much damage do they do? Here we go. Gotta get them to stop, I think. Oh, I can't see it actually. Yeah. 600, 800. Alright. Yep. It's all coming down now. It's all coming down, and Lewis is slowly putting Vaz out. Vaz is surely out of this game now, but I think Vaz has made sure that Lewis can no longer, well, it's almost sucked up so much time of Lewis's so that Lewis is not prepared for what's going to come the other way. Right. Berserkers, dangerous. Carl, main force over here. I don't know, Carl. That's a bit risky, mate. You ain't got nothing. You must have like some PowerPoints or something like that, surely. Well, he's got to get the 15 PowerPoint. Is that the 15 PowerPoint? Is Wildman the 15 PowerPoint for on this version? I know in the previous version, this is level 10 and that's level 10. But I don't know if it's the level 15 on this one. God only knows. Right. So Carl is slowly putting these guys out. This is good. And Dev is finally like mixed in. He doesn't want anybody on his northern border over here. He's not getting attacked here from the south. And this is where you got to use the Palantir as much as possible here, Dev, to sort of know what the fuck is going on. If somebody's not attacking you anymore, that means they might have been smoked, and if they've been smoked, you need to know by who and how big are they, and should you go after them before they go after you. Right, here we go. Ooh, I like this. This is a lot. This is a lot. I think, in a way, Carl being able to destroy this lot means that he's got some time. And I think also, this might have been predictable here. This might have been predictable. I think Carl is expecting this. Oh, and if only there wasn't this space here, because this is what happens. That is absolutely incredible. Now, he did have Drogoth here, and I think Drogoth probably would have been able to take care of all of the Berserkers anyway. But fucking hell, that was a brilliant bit of speed right there. And Carl put his own in one. Lewis put his own one in there just for style. But yeah, I think yeah, this is almost a bit too late here, because now he's coming back. And I think this is where some towers, 5 or 6 platoons of pikeys, a shitload of ballistas, and a load of archers in towers, I think would really trouble Carl here. But Carl has already done it first. He's already put the towers up, and he's got his troops, and he's got a flying unit and everything like that. So it's sort of like the first one who can do it. And already Lewis is on the defensive here, and this is not a good place to be. So, Dev, what do you do if you are Dev? Baz is just randomly popping around the map. You know, this is the only thing he's got left. I don't think he's got a builder. So Dev, this is a very interesting position for you to be in, because you can see that Lewis is in the firing line for Carl. But if you use the Palantir and you start expanding down here on the south here, this should all be yours, Dev. Start producing shit. You will see how much Carl owns of the map. And if anything, you do not want Lewis to lose this battle, because then that means it's Carl versus you. So you need to be using Palantir and start attacking Carl so that Carl thinks twice. You can't let him stop either. Because Carl's already got all the power points, he's got all the money, and if he's going after you, he'll take you out in 5 minutes. So, if anything, you need to help Lewis. It's sort of a 2 versus 1 action. You know, if I was using Palantir here, and I was Dev, I'd probably use a dragon right here, and help Lewis. Great zapper shot right there as well. Is he going to get him? It should get him. Yeah, he's gone. He's done the right thing. He needs to producing loads of pikeys, loads and loads of pikeys now. Get rid of these fuckers. And this is painful here. This is painful to watch. He's got to bring him back. He's got to bring him back, and that is Lurtz. He's bit the bullet. And Dev's getting stuck in, and Dev's going after the wrong person. By helping gang up on Lewis, basically, Carl is then just laughing all the way to the bank. He's just thinking, oh, cheers for that. Didn't really need any help. But, yeah, thanks. He might be able to get Drogoth. It might be a little bit of a bitch slap from Lewis. Oh, we managed to just about get away with it. Yeah, use the Palantir, Dev. See who is big and who is going to be a threat. You can see here how much he has, and you can see how little Lewis has over here. Who would you rather be faced up against in the end? Put it like that to yourself, mate. Okay, so Dev's over here. He wants to get stuck in. Somehow Baz is still in this game, just randomly sending, was it Linden Horse Archers? Cool. Alright, why not? And Dev's getting stuck in now. And I think Dev's almost accidentally sent his troops in here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be it. Lewis did remark that the armor upgrade on these crossbowmen, and this is without armor. Pretty cool little upgrade there. Makes them go all grey. Oh, this is not good. This is not good here. Oh no, don't work on these guys. This is what I mean. You need loads of pikeys. I think losing Lurtz and Saruman, this is very difficult now. Very, very difficult. So that's what I mean, Dev. Keep an eye on what's going on around the map, because if someone is super large, as Carl is right here, Carl is all over the place. He is like cancer around the map. You have any idea how long it's going to take to destroy all of Carl's stuff? Even if you were the same, and you had all the same shit as Carl, do you have any idea how long that's going to take? If Lewis is up against him, you need to go in and double team him to get him out. If you want to win the game, you've got to help Lewis to be able to take out Carl. That's the only way it's going to work. Carl is playing it like a pro. He is not leaving anything to chance now. He's got all the right troops. He has towered himself in like a little tick. And he's brought in the dragon. Oh, Dev's brought in the dragon, but it's on him instead. Oh, God. And I think Dev is just looking for a podium finish, I think, which is a bit sad. I don't believe in this podium finish. Podium finish is loser talk, in my opinion. Loser talk. Oh, I came second. Do you think Carl gives a shit about who comes second? Nobody. I do not write on YouTube who comes second. I will put on YouTube, this is a Carl win. I don't put like, oh, this is a second place and third place for them. Oh, good shout. Second and third. If you ain't first, you're last. If you ain't first, you're last. That's it. So yes, I think this would have been best suited probably about 10 minutes ago, but there's very little he can do now. And Carl is thinking to himself, I've got this motherfucker now. And I think Carl could play this after about 10 tequila shots, you know, with a fork in his eye. I think he could still win it even after all of that. Oh, and Drogoth is taking the piss now. Drogoth versus the El Dragon. And how much damage? Almost nothing. Almost nothing. And Vaz is in this game. And Vaz is now getting his bittersweet revenge against Lewis. He might be the one to take out Lewis in the end. Lewis pretty much crippled Vaz. He crippled him, he put him in a wheelchair and spat in his face. And now Vaz is getting his revenge. He's gonna do it, he's gonna kill him. And there's nothing Lewis can do about it. Oh god, is this the best revenge I have ever seen? It could quite possibly be. I see some berserkers in here, but we are already late game and berserkers don't work. They don't work late game. Okay. And if he goes left, this is it. And Vaz has had his fucking revenge. I can't believe it. Oh, what's Dev gonna do? And Dev destroyed not only Vaz's force, but also destroyed the last builder. And these three little horsies are gonna bloody destroy what's left of Lewis. Oh god. And Lewis has built pikeys, but will they come out in time to be able to rescue it? They might very well do. But he needs some more horses to come out. Oh god help us all. And Carl has gone through Lewis like a hot knife through butter. Tower defense. Lewis was embroiled in a fight against Vaz, and despite winning that fight, I mean, Lewis did win the fight against Vaz, but it took too long, and that played into the hands of Carl very, very nicely. Oh, very nice. Oh no, they're going to get butchered. They're going to get butchered. And Dev is focusing on absolutely the wrong thing in this game. He needs to be sending shitloads of wargs out through the map to destroy these and these and these, and just go through and just take out as much of this as possible. But he should have been doing that about 20 minutes ago. And did everything he could to keep Lewis in the game. If Lewis is still in the game, Dev could have won this. Right, will Vaz keep on going? And Vaz is out the game. He didn't get to have his bittersweet revenge, but he was trying his best to teach Lewis a lesson. And hopefully Lewis has learned his lesson here, which is if Carl is on your left and he's out of his base, don't fuck around with the person that you've already destroyed their fortress and forced them into a corner. You might as well just go for the person next to you. And it is amazing just how many of these you can actually get now. What's the command points on these mountain giants? 60. So they did used to be 80. So you can get a hell of a lot more of them. Because if a cave troll is 60 and a mountain giant is also 60, would you rather not get these guys instead of cave trolls late game? I mean, you might as well get these guys. Oh, what's he gonna do? He's gotta use the Wizard Blast. Wizard Blast! That's brilliant. He's gotta do the fireball. Gotta do the fireball. Oh, they're getting back up. Yeah, he's gotta get the hell out of there. Lots of pikeys, but this is what I mean. This is what I mean, Dev. Like, you're in a world of hurt now because you haven't got nearly enough on. Look at your side of the map. Look at his side of the map. And this is what I mean. Think tactically, my son. Think tactically. And Carl is over here. He wants to make short work of this, and everything has opened up. Those panties dropped for Carl like you wouldn't believe. No hashtag #MeToo movement for him, that's for sure. It was all consensual. Alright. Didn't even get this in. That is Carl taking the piss. Don't even need fucking ins. What are you on about? There you go. He probably needed this, Dev, that's for sure. But he's got that one. That's good. He's got the right kind of troops. Maybe not these guys. You don't need these guys. They're a waste of time. What can they do? What's that? Shortcut, Death Wish. Requires level 5. Deathbringers temporarily gain 150% damage. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Alright. I think Dev has already sort of conceded here from what I can see. I think there's very little he can do, but he's going to make a little bit of a game of it, but there's these pikeys are doing their thing. I mean, you look at it, boys, these mountain giants do go down pretty quickly. They do go down pretty quickly to these pikeys. They're not even upgraded. So, despite them being pretty good, and Carl senses that, and that's why he's brought out the Watcher. I think the Watcher's got a lot less health in this version. So, Carl had to deal with those pikeys. So, unupgraded pikeys were surprisingly good against these mountain giants. So that is how you deal with it, lads. A shitload of pikeys. Deathbringers. Are they taking much damage? Don't know. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Just got to be careful. You might as well stand and fight, I think. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're going to do him. Oh, bloody hell, yeah, he's getting the hell out of there. They're not too bad. The thing is, there's only 3 of them and they do take a lot. And you can see here, he's over the little mountain pass here. I think if you had some rangers here, they'd still be able to ping the shit out of him. But, again, Dev, this is where if you had some really good fortifications here, Carl would think twice and you'd make this a lot longer. But the sheer fact that Carl has so much, the only way you're going to get someone when they're late game like this is if you're double teaming them. So, like I said with the whole Lewis sort of situation there, boys, that's how to do it. Don't give it to that person. You're making it so easy for Carl. He barely has to get out. Carl has not had to basically get out of second gear in this game. You know, everything just fell pretty damn easy for him. He just wandered into Jackson's base, destroyed him. I was already crippled, then he got me, then he got the medium, and then he just wandered around. Harry was already gone, Vaz was already gone, and then he just went after Lewis, who just spent everything trying to get Vaz out. So, yes, it's probably the easiest victory I think Carl's ever had, but, hi-ho. They all count. They all count. And I think Carl is thinking here, he's going to put him to the sword. He's got a loose tower formation here. Because they're a bit sparsely populated over here, Dev, they won't really be very effectual. And Drogoth doing bits. Incinerate. I wonder how big, how good that is. Right, but Dev's he's still got the right troops coming out. Got wargs. This is pretty good for resource chopping, I think. But I think it's all over now. He's going to get stuck in. These towers are not going to do anything against these guys. And here comes the dragon. Oh, and the Balrog as well. Oh, he didn't want to see that. Dev didn't need that. And this could be it. He's got to get stuck in here. I don't even think you need to get these cards, to be fair. They're not going to do any damage. Right. How good is your Balrog action? How good is your Balrog action? Right. Whip. Okay, go. Right. But you haven't destroyed this one yet. Go, 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 go. There we go. Get onto it. Now this is where I would attack the fortress with the dragon, but just to get rid of all of the towers around here. And then once you've gotten rid of all the towers, then go after the other buildings. But this big yellow sperm blob over here is Carl's forces dribbling in. And they are hitting this egg. Let's see how good damage. Yeah, not too bad damage at all. Good. Yeah, and these wankers are about to get smoked as well. And he got the Balrog. The Balrog has less armor and it is less effectual in this one versus the other versions. This is true. So the Balrog is not the be all and end all, neither is the dragon to be able to get everything out. It is kind of similar to 106. But Carl has done what he needed to do. He has remained in second gear and played it properly, and the game is his. And he's bringing in the spiders just to add salt to the wounds. No need for that sort of disgusting play, Carl. I don't. He's already dead, you know. God. And I think this is it. And then that'll be all she wrote. Yep, great play from Carl. He played it absolutely right. Jackson and myself basically shot each other in the face, and then Carl just came over and stood over our bodies. And the same thing happened between Vaz and Lewis, really. And then I think Dev was on the other side just wondering what the hell to do. But yes, great games in there, lads. Great games. I think, yeah, even Dev and Harry, they were having their, like, 1v1. So I guess everyone got to have their 1v1 all over the place. But unfortunately, the only one who wasn't having a 1v1 was Carl. And he ended up profiting from everyone getting smoked. So yes, well done, lads. Catch you on the next one.